eagle gives you wings, you say. I was watching a YouTuber, this is a guy, Jeb Brooks, and his wife, and they do aviation, like they fly around and travel, and they do trains and sometimes buses and all that. And I forget, it's not Dubai, but it's in that vicinity at the Doha airport. And in my mind, it's in that. It's actually China. Anyway, there's a big gigantic teddy bear, like sitting on a circle. He's humongous. Really cute teddy bear. But anyway, everyone knows that Doha airport has this big gigantic teddy bear. And Jeb Brooks's wife, and for the life of me I can't remember her name all of a sudden, but maybe she's protected by the gods. But she did a thing where she sounded like someone from like Square Pegs or Revenge of the Nerds. She's like, Doha! And you can just picture like gear for braces. Like back in the day, people had to wear these big gigantic gear head things. You know, tape around the, you know, middle of the, you know, nerdy glasses or whatever. So for some reason I keep thinking of Doha. And the way she said it. So okay. We've had a lot of both cops and parking authority has also been riding their bike around a lot. Yesterday, all I saw were bikers from this group, bikers from that group, bikers, you know. So, and 2 bike cops just went down 11th. I was trying to decide if I would stay on Market and go down 12th. So in my videos yesterday, you know, PPA, I was like, oh, parking, you know, the parking ticket people are the authority, you know, yesterday morning. It was kind of funny the way it came out, like they're the authority. They're actually called parking authority. That's the Philadelphia or Pennsylvania parking authority. I guess it's Philadelphia. Last night, can you imagine like being part of people who orchestrate stuff in the streets and you actually have meetings? Like you show up at a meeting, you know, it could be under the guise of a different group meeting up, and you even like have space at a church or whatever. And really you're trying to plot and plan how to, you know, sort of swarm people on the streets or carry out an entire theme for a week or even a month. I've had themes carry out for a month, even longer. And it's like, are you kidding? That wraps up the theme in story-like fashion, but very hurtful. After 30 days of trying, you know, of like being kind of sent nuance, innuendo, messages, if you will, on the street, people playing out stuff. There are even people who can resemble, you know, people in your family or people you know, and they'll like yesterday there were people out here with an ambulance, you know, one person was in a wheelchair, the other one was, you know, got his leg stuck out, you know, it seems sort of like, maybe he had an incident, you know, possibly drug related or what have you. And the thing is, they'll make you think of people, you know, I have relatives in Florida who are drug addicts, and, you know, and I would worry a little. So they live in the duck pond. So. They are addicts of the highest order. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen. They get to live in the duck pond. One of them had to drive a Tasty Cake truck for 4 years. So the duck pond has residents who, you know, seem hoity-toity, and then, but, you know, they are in the center, and then surrounding is a little bit ghetto. There's some student housing also. It's the University of Florida. So the duck pond is a mix. Some say it's for low-level controllers of communities. So if you're someone who thinks you can handle other people as if you're a pillar of the community, which is really a pill, or if you think that you are able to control, manage a community, like here we have block captains or whatever in the lower side of South Philly, or in, we don't have block captains in all neighborhoods, but it's like that. You would be a block captain in the duck pond, but what you control would be drug addicts who are still drug addicts, never found a way out. You can even work at a place and try to look like you're helping drug addicts, but people don't really get help that much, do they? So anyway, and then there's the argument, people handle people so much that the people who are handled could be seen as the handlers themselves. And it's, you know, someone could, wonder if the handled person is a person anymore, because people are so greedy they gotta consume another person and handle them to death. Gymnastics, anyone? That's what it's say. That's what it's say. But you know, those old school, you know, gymnastics, like the Russian coach who's, you know, totally, you know, on the abusive side. You know, a theory came up in my world during my, you know, experience since 2011, and someone's like, it's almost like having an extremely abusive coach who who got you to be a raw vegan green juicer foodie while doing yoga, while writing 5 books, while getting an MFA, and get this, while dog walking. It can be done. I had to spend a lot of my own money. And I had a little in savings. It's almost like they built me up a little bit in savings before I went to school. And of course I had student loans to go to school, and I paid money to go on the bus. But the bus, I could get the bus really cheap. Back then you could go online and get a round trip to New York, 14 bucks. So you figure 14 bucks twice a week is like having a mocha-ish, you know, from, you know, so take some refuge under here. Last night, everybody met up to play a game on the streets. I don't know who they are. If they took drama lessons, acting, meet up at a church. I have no idea why they do it, but it's retarded. That's all I know. Da, 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 da.